Hi, my name is Ben O'Connor, and this is for ESL 540. Dr. West is the professor. Today I'm going to be talking about analyzing Arizona's language development approach. So, to start off, I'm going to go over some terminology. The terminology of the students, first of all. These we're talking about ELLs, and what an ELL is an English language learner. And an English language learner is a student who does not speak English. So there is an assessment to determine the extent to which a student struggles with or doesn't speak the language, and that places them in different kinds of programs. One of those programs is what's called ESL, and as opposed to ELL. ESL is English as a secondary language. That's one of the programs. And so these would be students who speak some English, but of course they have a native language. So we assist them in that. Some of the other programs are bilingual programs. And then we have what's called sheltered English instruction and then structured English immersion. Now, from what I understand, structured English immersion is the primary program that is used in the state of Arizona. It is designed to assist students who have either just recently come to this country or have been in this country a while, and helping them to acclimate to a standard classroom. So we're assisting them in a standard classroom. We're not taking them out with a structured. The sheltered English immersion class would be something to where we would actually be offering them separate help, possibly in a separate class, and it can also be with bilingual support. The Arizona's language development approach and the synthesis of the research around ELLs. The reason why it was done was the reason why these programs exist is to improve the fidelity with which we teach English language learners. So the goal is to improve the level of education, to use what's called research-based curriculum. We want to use what's called student agency. Student agency is where the student engages and deepens learning by involving themselves. The teacher, of course, facilitates it, but the student is a major part of the decision-making process. The four principles of Arizona's language development approach are asset-based behavior expectations. It helps to build self-efficacy. That is a tough word to say. Integrated instruction in disciplinary language and content. Through scaffolding methods, it builds self-confidence. And then you have targeted explicit language instruction, and this helps students develop a deeper understanding of the English language, and it helps the students develop their own way of speaking and communicating in English. Assessment, monitoring, and feedback. It's how we set goals and we determine the progress of the ELLs. The different components of the Arizona's approved research-based SEI model are newcomer, pull out, 2 hour, and 50-50. The newcomer is a program that's designed for students who are new to the United States, and it helps them to acclimate to our ways and helps them to learn basic content in English. Pull out would be where we actually pull students out and put them into a separate class and teach them, and so we can focus and target their needs. 2 hour is a breakdown in time, targeting instruction for ELLs only. 50-50 is a dual language immersion where half the day is in English and half is in their native language, which can be difficult for a lot of places that don't have that, like in my home state. Assessment and placement, explaining the process of ELL program and placement. One of the things that Arizona does is they send out a survey. This is the survey. It's got 3 wonderful questions on it. Students answer the questions, and then it's determined if they need help. Once we've identified these students, there is a process to assess the continued support every year. They're given the Izella language learner assessment, and once it's determined that they have met the criteria, then they're still monitored for 2 additional years to make sure that they're proficient. And this is the rough and quick overview of Arizona's language development approach. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.